Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the Indy Kid coming at you. This is the Orange Blazer. Just going to recap the week that was in Tennessee basketball. Of course, as you know, the way Tennessee's playing right now, another kind of frustrating week, another up and down week. But before you get into any of that, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe, and make sure you check out Talkin VAWLS. And we will be live tomorrow night at 8 o'clock with the Rocky Top review. We'll kind of review the week in sports. We'll review any news with Tennessee football, basketball, and Tennessee baseball. And if there's anything else along the way, we'll discuss that as well, anything's going on. But let's get into it. Fresh off of Auburn 77, Tennessee 72. Another up and down performance from Tennessee. And, I feel this wasn't that great of an Auburn team that they lost to again. And once again, Bruce Pearl owns Rick Barnes. Just plain as that. And Auburn, I don't know how many times, I can't remember the records now, but Barnes has got a very poor record against Pearl right now. But Tennessee loses 77 to 72. And then earlier in the week, of course, they beat Vanderbilt 70 to 58. So it's just such an up and down team this year. 16-7, 9-7 in conference, and then 2 more games coming up this week to finish out the season. And then before we get into SEC tournament time, but I don't know how you can feel confident about this team. As of right now, they're a number 5 seed in the SEC tournament. They keep slipping more and more down the line as far as the NCAA tournament field goes. I would imagine right now, I think I'd seen this week after the Kentucky loss, they were projected as a 6 seed. They obviously haven't improved on that. I would say they're anywhere from a 6, 7, maybe even an 8 seed right now. And, we'll see what they do this week as well, if it's another up and down week. And then, of course, depending on what they do in the conference tournament also. But we've said, I'll use the term I've used all year, Jekyll and Hyde. That's what they are. They're Jekyll and Hyde. You just do not know what you're getting out of these guys. And, again, today I'm looking at the numbers here now. You got Keon Johnson and Springer, 23 and 20. Pons with 10 points, 8 rebounds. Besides that, Victor Bailey, 9 points today. He fouled out today. And then it's still the same stuff. Your veteran guys are letting you down. Fulkerson, 4 points. Josiah-Jordan James had no points today. Vescovi, 6. And then you're getting nothing out of Kama, Anaseki, and Gaines come in. He did a little. He had 2 rebounds, but just really nothing. And the same thing the other night against Vanderbilt. It's the same 7 guys playing predominantly. You had Drew Pember got 3 minutes, and Kamag played 4 minutes and had 4 points in 4 minutes. So, the other night it was Springer, Victor Bailey 21, and then Pons had 10 and 10. Pons had a couple okay games here. Keon Johnson not as much the other night, but I don't know, guys. If this team gets out of the first round of the NCAA tournament, I'll be surprised. And especially their seeding keeps going down, so obviously they're going to end up, with a pretty tough first-round game. Of course, any of them come tournament time, Ari, but you'd rather have that higher seed for sure. But I don't see how anybody can be confident this team's going to make any kind of a run. Maybe if they get back, I don't know. Maybe, the one thing with this team that gives me a little bit of confidence in them is how well they've played against out-of-conference opponents. They've absolutely blown them out this year. And maybe that'll be a key because the conference, they haven't lost outside of conference. And, all their losses have been in conference. So maybe when you get to the tournament, that switch will come on again. But this just doesn't – these guys were having fun earlier in the year and stuff. They just look like they're going through the motions now. I guess – maybe everything's getting to them, the grind of the season. But I don't know what the answer is at this point. I don't know if you just go – I don't know. Bailey, Springer, Johnson, Pons, I think those 4 guys have got to be on the court. And then who knows beyond that. I don't know that it really matters. I mean, ideally Fulkerson, but way he's playing, he's not going to do anything. James is inconsistent. Really, most of them are, and I just don't know. I'm out of answers with these guys at this point. I don't know what you do to turn it around. I've said I would like to see a lineup of Bailey, Springer, Johnson, James, and Pons, and I think that could be an effective lineup. But I don't. I mean, they're just their defense is falling off. And each game, its assists and turnovers are almost identical. Against Vanderbilt the other night, I mean, against Vanderbilt, they had 11 assists and 17 turnovers. And today against Auburn, they had 14 assists and 13 turnovers. That's just not good enough. That is just not good enough. It's going to win you games. It's going to get you anywhere. And I think Barnes is having trouble figuring this team. I mean, he doesn't know his own team at this point. I don't know what changed, what happened, but ever since that Alabama loss, this has not been, as you guys know at this point, it's obviously not been the same team because they blew out a very good Missouri team to start conference, and it looked like. But something, I don't know if Alabama figured something out that everybody else is cop. I don't know if Alabama set the blueprint or what, but I don't know. I'm not much of one to sit down and review games or anything like that. But I don't know. If anybody does it, please leave me a comment, see if you've noticed anything from earlier in the season till now. I may see if I can go back and pull some clips and stuff to see if I can compare kind of what was going on the first part of the year opposed to now. Because I don't know, something happened along the way. And obviously, you had the freshmen were coming off the bench, but really, it's your veteran guys that are letting this team down, I think. And I don't know. I don't know if Fulkerson's hurt, if he's lost confidence. Buddy mine and I were texting about this before it came on to do this. Is he hurt? Is he lost confidence, or is it a combination of both? I hate it for the guy. I mean, he's a great Vol. You know, I know he's loved by the fans and stuff, but his plays just really hurt. And but it's not just him. Make no mistake about it. He gets the most criticism, unfortunately, because of he's a guy who's been there, 5th-year senior right now. He's done a lot of good down there, but I don't know. Hopefully, I would almost, if I'm them, consider resting him this week. I think they're in the tournament. I really think they're in the tournament no matter what happens this week. But maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know if they lost these two and then went out early in the tournament. If they went at 16-10, you know, maybe there's decisions on whether they make it or not. But I think they're in. And I don't know. I would almost consider giving Fulkerson the week off, giving him a rest, see if that helps him or not. Because if he's hurt the guy, you know, give him credit. He's out here trying to play through it and stuff. But I don't know. I would maybe try. I would try something different this week. Something different on it. I said I would go for smaller lineup. I would maybe Kama gets more minutes. I'm out of answers, guys. I really am. It's just, and you know, and I've said it before. What's this team gonna look like next year? I saw another mock draft today. It had Keon Johnson going to Oklahoma City at like number 7, I believe it was, and then Springer going 14th overall. I don't see Pons coming back. That's 3 huge losses right there. I mean, I think everybody else will be. We've got to get Rick Barnes has got to get back to being that developmental coach that he was for the biggest part that he's been here. Because I really do, and again, I'll quote a buddy of mine here who said that, you know, he feels like Barnes had overachieved. But this year they've not been good since conference play. Since that Alabama game, they have not been good this year. You know, you had the Kansas game where they played awesome, one of the best games of the year. But other than that, I mean, it's just been so up and down. And, you know, we'll see. We'll see. But I don't know what you do about next year. You've got, Kennedy Chandler coming in. That's a stud coming in, but what's going to be to go right? You've got to get some developing going again, which I thought was a big strong suit for most of Barnes' tenure, but I'm just not seeing it now. And I didn't feel we saw much of it last year either. Obviously, the season got cut short, but I didn't see it last year, and I'm not seeing a lot of development this year, which is really surprising because I thought they did. Maybe it's different. I don't know. Maybe these guys don't have a chip on their shoulder like, your Williams, Schofield, Boone, and those guys. Maybe those guys had more of a chip on their shoulder or whatever, but I don't know, man. Something, I would experiment with something this week. What? I don't know. I'm kind of out of answers, and obviously I don't get paid to do that as well. Rick Barnes is getting paid the big money. Top 5 paid coach in the country. I would think top 5 paid coach in the country would figure this out. But we'll see. I don't think it would hurt to rotate some other guys in that haven't been playing. Maybe I thought that was going to be a strength, was bench this year, but it has not been. And when you've got 7 guys getting the most of the minutes, I don't think that's what anybody intended on. So we'll see. And I think there's got to be some come to Jesus meeting. There's got to be some looking in the mirror. I've said it the last time I did a video. I'll say it again. Rick Barnes needs to look in the mirror and figure out what's going on here, because he is not figuring it out right now. And I know players play, coaches coach, but something along the way, I don't know. I feel like I've said this. That's where I'm at with Tennessee basketball. It's just so head scratching. But the good thing is it's not March. We're close to March. It only matters how you play in March. I would rather them struggle now opposed to in March. So, if they've got a run in them, awesome. If not, then we'll chalk it up and see where we go next year. But again, make sure you guys tune in with us tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. So we're going to go live. We'll kind of review the week in Tennessee sports. We'll talk a little football, a little basketball, a little baseball, and who knows what else we may talk about along the way. But appreciate you guys tuning in. You guys take care. No matter where you're at, it's a 77-degree day here in Aiken, South Carolina. Going to be 81 tomorrow. If you're close in this area, enjoy that nice day. You guys take care, stay safe, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night.